Hey everybody, what's up? Peter Gilmore here, and I love the go. I'm sorry, that fucking song is in my head. You know, ugh. If you never heard "I'm in love with the go, go find it on YouTube. It is hilariously funny yet stupid, and whatever. But welcome to another video right here on Killer O Demon 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, and follow me on Twitter at Gilmore Inc. That's INC in capital letters. Alright, what I want to do in this video, as always on Monday nights or early Tuesday mornings, it is time for your very late night, Monday night Raw review for January the 5th, 2015, the very first show of 2015. We are 3 weeks away from Royal Rumble. So as the road to Royal Rumble continues, we have the Authority back, and the first show of New Year with the Authority. And I have to say, it was actually a pretty good show. I know everybody in the YWC is saying it sucked. Bunch of marks you are, because you don't believe in that Authority. Because the Authority is best for business, whether you like it or not. So before we get to the show, we see clips shown of what happened last week with Seth Rollins on the Cutting Edge Peep Show, where he conned Cena into bringing the Authority back, and Edge almost getting his life taken from him by Seth Rollins, and then Rollins and Big Show beat the crap out of Cena, and then we see Stephanie and Triple H come out as the Authority is now fully back in power, which is always nice. So we open the show with the entire roster, you know, the Divas, the Jobbers like the New Day and Los Matadores, and you know, and we even saw Darren Young. Anybody notice that? He was behind Cena. Yeah, Darren Young sighting. Was he out of character? I didn't see the bunny. I could have missed him, but whatever. But we see everybody in the ring, and Cena's in the ring, and he cuts a promo saying that the Authority is back in power. Yes! 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 Oh, sorry. Then he says the first order of business from the Authority is to address the entire roster face to face. So Cena apologizes to the fans and all his co-workers for going back on his words, you know, saying that the Authority will never come back, but now he brought the Authority back. And he had no choice because he thought that Seth was bluffing to break Edge's neck. Don't believe Seth Rollins, you idiots. But he thought about the well-being of Edge because, you know, he mended he mended his relationship with Edge. You know, shook his hand, said that Edge has gained his respect. Blah blah blah. And then he promises the fans and his coworkers that it will be a very tough year. And before he finishes the sentence, the Authority come out. Yes. Triple H and Stephanie come out. And the fans start booing, and Stephanie says, well, that's not how to open the first Raw 2015. And then she says, welcome everybody to Monday night. And then the fans go, yay! You know. So, and then she wishes everybody a very happy new year and says that her and Triple H are back to entertain the fans and give them what's best for them and what's best for business. And that's what everybody wants. Even me. I want change, and I wanted it now. And with the guest GMs, it was just boring, and now that with the Authorities back, it's actually getting a little bit better. But I digress. So Triple H says that 2 months ago they were in the same ring, not the same place, but they're in the ring when the Authority was gone for good, thanks to that guy with the face paint named the Man Called Sting, and the fans were all cheering, and then Triple H said that the fans would beg for them to come back, and they started bashing the GMs like Seth Green, the anonymous GM, Hogan brother. And that was pretty funny. So he says that Raw was in chaos without them, but thanks to good old John Cena, the ship is riding its course, and the WWE is back in business because of one man, Seth Rollins. So he comes out, and then Seth's like, hi, John. You know, and he wishes him a happy new year. Then Triple H says that the fans owe Seth a debt of gratitude, and Seth does as well. Then he says that Seth changed the course of the WWE for the better, and he will give him the opportunity of a lifetime. So what he does is he puts Seth in the WWE title match with Brock Lesnar and John Cena at the Royal Rumble, making it a three-way dance. So I'm thinking, yep, Seth is gonna cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase. So WrestleMania is totally fucked up now. You know, now I'm thinking maybe Brian and Seth, maybe, you know. But who knows, because, you know, Brock could still beat Cena. Seth cashes in on a fallen, you know, well, Cena somehow wins. You know, Brock gets all pissed, and then Seth, you know, cashes in, beats Cena, wins the title. I don't know. I don't know what the WWE's thinking anymore, but, you know, it's kind of interesting to have Seth there, so it was pretty cool. So Stephanie thanks Cena, and then she mentions how Cena showed them his own integrity to break his promise to the fans, himself, and the main roster. And when he did that, he showed the Authority that he knows what's best for business. So Stephanie says that, well, we won't punish John Cena. We're going to reward him with his very own John Cena Appreciation Night. So I guess that's kind of cool. Then Steph says that his presence is mandatory, and then she guarantees the Authority will deliver. And Triple H then says it's a new era for the Authority, no agendas, no ulterior motives, a brand new Authority. Then he says that everybody is going to get what they deserve tonight. And then he says tonight, one man in particular will get what he wants. Dolph Ziggler is going to defend his Intercontinental title in our first match of the night against Bad News Wade Barrett. And I'm afraid I got some bad news for you, Ziggy. So that was a pretty good segment. Great way to hype up the show, you know, with the big announcement for Royal Rumble. So I give it 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we find out that the Big Show and Roman Reigns are going to settle their differences tonight. We're going to see Seth Rollins in action against Ryback. And also the big ambulance match between Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt to finally, hopefully, end their feud. But we'll see what happens. So we get to the Intercontinental title match. Dolph Ziggler and Wade Barrett. Now, this became a 2 out of 3 falls match, and I'll get to that in a second. The first fall, Barrett was in control, and then Dolph came back with a drop kick and an elbow drop, but Barrett came back. He tries to remove, and Dolph counters him, and he gets the win with a crucifix pin. So I gave that first fall 3 out of 5 stars because it was just really short. Afterwards, Barrett attacks Dolph and throws him into the barricade, not once, not twice, but 3 times. So then he sends him to the steps a couple times, and then to the steel ring post, and then shoulder first into the ring post when he brought him back into the ring. And then we see Kane, the Director of Operations, come out, and he apologizes for coming out and not being there for the when the Authority came out. I guess he was taking a shit. I don't know. But he apologizes, and then he makes the match 2 out of 3 falls. So even though Dolph won the match and retained his title, he has to get the next fall, or the next 2 falls to win. So we get to the second fall, and Barrett's like laughing up the storm. Like I was thinking, yep, Barrett's gonna win the title. So Barrett wins the second fall with the Wasteland, or the Winds of Change, as Mitchell Cole called it. But I still call it the Wasteland. So it's not at 1 fall piece. Then we see doctors come in to check on Dolph's shoulder. He might have a broken collarbone or maybe a stinger. I don't know. But he was holding his shoulder and his neck area. And he's been working hurt, and you know he needs really time off. But we'll see. So we get to the third and final fall, and I think this was the best fall of them all. You know, Dolph calls the doctors off, and he wants he wants to fight. You know, maybe another miracle win will come out of him. So Barrett continues the attack. He hits another big boot, then Wasteland again, but this time Dolph kicks out, and he won't give up as Barrett continues to get near falls, and then Barrett beats up Ziggy some more. But Dolph tries to fight back. Barrett hits another kick for a near fall, but Dolph comes back with a vengeance, hits a drop kick, but Barrett comes back again. He gets in the near fall, so it was back and forth. Dolph didn't want to quit. But Dolph fights back one more time, hits a nice neck breaker. He tries for the Famouser, but Barrett hits the Black Hole Slam for 2.5. Then he loads up for the Bullhammer, but Dolph hits a Super Kick for 2.5. And then Kane, who is sitting at ringside, gets on the apron and tries to distract Dolph, but Dolph knocks him down. But Kane's distraction led to Bad News Barrett hitting the boom Bullhammer to win the IC title for the five-time Intercontinental Champion. I went nuts. I marked out for Barrett winning the title. I'm glad that he's won the title now, and hopefully that the WWE and Vince McMahon, because Vince is high on this guy, they give him a long title reign, maybe a couple months. I would say maybe 3 to 6 months at tops. I think Dolph will probably get a rematch down the line, but I don't know when. But we'll see. So I gave the match 2.2. The second fall I gave 1 out of 5 because it was too short, and I gave the third fall 3.25 out of 5 stars. So rounded up, I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. So whatever. All right, then we see the first of a bunch of clips of from John Cena's Appreciation Night. The first one shows Cena's debut on SmackDown against Kurt Angle. Remember that, when he was the prototype? When Cena was the prototype and he just debuted on SmackDown in 2002? And then we saw Kurt Angle. The WWE show TNA. Oh no! You know? So, that was pretty funny to say Kurt Angle. I wonder if Dixie Carter's going to sue Vince McMahon for showing that, but probably not. Alright, then we see clips shown of Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns from last week, where the Big Show got involved and attacked him, tipped the announce table over, then Reigns got returned the favor on SmackDown. So that leads to Renee Young with Roman Reigns, who cuts a decent promo. I mean, he still sucks cock on the mic. And she asks him, what can we expect in their match? What can he expect in his match with the Big Show? Reigns now starts praising Show. He's like, he's 7 feet tall, over 500 pounds. And he's like, I don't know what to expect, but I know what Big Show would expect. A man who is like Superman, faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a motherfucker. Oh wait, that's Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Sorry. So he's basically talking about himself. So he says he's gonna knock, hit the Superman punch on Big Show, and he tells us to believe that. It was a little bit better, but come on. Somebody needs to help this guy in the mic department, the promo department. I mean, really, please. Excuse me. So I get a 3 out of 5 stars. Then we get to a creepy Bray Wyatt promo, and he's talking about Dean's father, and he says Dean is going away in the ambulance tonight, and he made his bed, and he's gonna rot in it. I guess he channeled Courtney Love's Violet song there, I guess. I don't know. So he says he will put Dean in the ambulance and end this little story between them for good. Then he talks about that he's the devil, and the devil is real, and he is suffering, he is pain. And then Bray says that the devil is inside of him. God. So that was really creepy. He freaked me out, but, So I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we see the Ascension come out. They got a lot of heat, for not even being built. I mean, not in shape. I think they got a lot more heat tonight because they came out, they cut a promo saying that throughout WWE history there have been so-called tag teams. They run down 2 teams in particular, like Axis Smash Demolition, and then Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors. And then they start bashing Axis Smash Demolition, and then they bash the Road Warriors, and then Connor goes, what a joke! And I'm like, oh. And then Lance Storm goes on Twitter and says, well, shame on WWE for doing it. I kind of agree. I mean, bashing one of the greatest tag teams in the world, the Road Warriors, and a guy that, left us too soon in Hawk. I mean, did you do that? I don't know who wrote that segment. I think they gotta be fired. It was just bad. And speaking of bad, this freaking match was bad. Match number 2 is essentially taking on 2 jobbers, look the same. Victor hits a STO, then he hit the Fall Man. The match lasted like a minute and a half. I mean, really, why the Ascension up there? Are they just on Raw? They just and SmackDown to be jobbers? I mean, really? Come on. They beat Miz and Sandow. Okay, I mean they're a bona fide decent team, but then you put them on SmackDown to beat some jobbers. You put them on Raw, beat some jobbers. When are they gonna get their title shot against the Usos and finally win, so we can just not care about the tag team division anymore? Probably at the Royal Rumble, but we'll see. So I gave that match 2.25 out of 5 stars. It was just whatever. So then we see a video of Lana and Alexander Rusev. Rusev smash that Lana pussy, yeah. So they come out and they don't come out. They're on a segment. I guess it was pre-recorded, and they said they're going to be celebrating Christmas, well, Russian Christmas, and Rusev tells us to keep that America needs to keep our noses out of the celebration of Christmas in Russia, and he talks about how USA loves to stick their nose in everybody's business. Yeah, that's kind of true. And he says, and then Lana says that Vladimir Putin is a great guy, yeah. He says that Vladimir Putin can lead us to salvation. And then she says that there's only one man who's undefeated, and that is Alexander Rusev. So basically, hyping Rusev up more than he already is. You know, inflating his ego. And her ego, too. So I get a 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get another John Cena appreciation clip, this time showing Cena winning the WWE title for the first time at WrestleMania 21 from JBL. And then we all saw that was the era of John Cena. 10 years of pure bullshit! But I digress. Alright, match number 3, Roman Reigns taking on the Big Slow. And this match wasn't anything to write home about. Big Show was in control for most of the match, working on Roman Reigns, and he was targeting his stomach that he got operated on, because he had his hernia, remember? And Show was just like targeting it to the whole match. He locks in a bear hug, but Reigns breaks out of it. He starts coming back strong, hits a big Samoan drop, lifting the big man off his feet. He looks for the cock fist Superman punch. But Big Show blocks it, and he throws Roman Reigns to the outside, and they start fighting on the outside a little bit. And then Big Show grabs the steel steps, hits Reigns in the head with it, causing a disqualification. It's a sucky finish, but I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Big Show looks to smash the steps onto Reigns again in the ring, but Reigns hits a spear! Ooh! Ah! And the steps land on Big Show's head. Whoops! That had to hurt. I think Big Show had an excision headache number 69, but I digress. So, I guess we're gonna, see what happens with the ever-going Roman Reigns Big Show feud. It'll probably end at the Royal Rumble. I think Roman Reigns will probably throw him out or some shit like that. Anyway, then we get a recap of Triple H making the triple threat match between Seth Rollins, John Cena, and Brock Lesnar for the Royal Rumble. And I gave my opinion on that, so I'm not gonna say that. Then Stephanie making it Cena Appreciation Night, and we get this a bunch of times, of just kind of getting ridiculous. How many times are you gonna show the opening segment in, during the course of a 3-hour period? I mean, come on! It gets redundant after a while. But I digress. Alright, match number 4, a rematch from last week. Nikki Bella taking on Natalya. Nikki had her sister Brie at ringside, and Paige, of all people, comes out to be at ringside with Natalya. So this match, typical Divas match. Natalya was in control. Nikki started off with a Hurricanrana. Natty comes back with a Russian leg sweep. She looks for the sharpshooter. Nikki starts fighting back, and then we see Paige and Brie argue at ringside. Paige shoves her down, and then she throws her into the barricade. And while all that's happening, Nikki gets all distracted. He's like, "What are you doing?" And then Natty comes back with a 1980s schoolgirl for the win. So she gets a measure of revenge for last week and gets a pin on the champion. So you know what that means: instant title shot. So I get a match as usual. Divas 2 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Nikki comes in all pissed off, attacks Natalya, but Paige comes in, kicks her right in the face, you know, and then that's it. So I guess there's probably going to be a three-way dance at the Royal Rumble. Paige versus Natalya versus Nikki Bella for the Divas title. Most likely probably going to give it to Natalya anyway, because they're hyping Total Divas, that great show on Sunday night. Fuck that shit. Alright, after that we get a Dean Ambrose promo, and he says he's never the man to make a New Year's resolution. He tells Bray that he will kick his ass all over the arena and then put him in the ambulance, you know, just hyping up the ambulance match. And he says the match will be brutal, ugly, and dangerous, which he lives for, which he lives his life for, and the life that he will always live. He's a psychopath. So I gave that 3 out of 5, so it's just hype for the ambulance match coming up later. Alright, match number 5, that really was, I don't know why. Eric Rowan taking on Luke Harper again. But this time we had not one, but 2 special reps. And guess who they were? Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury. I hated this match. I mean, it was so freaking lame. I mean, Rowan was just, you know, basically fed to Luke Harper again. I really don't know why they're making Eric Rowan job. I mean, did he say something bad to, like, one of the higher-ups or something? I mean, he hasn't won a match in a long time. I mean, Noble and Mercury, you know, distract him. You know, they don't count when he hit a spin kick. Then Harper hits the discus clothesline for hell, and Noble goes, easy, you know. Match was lame. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Noble and Mercury start beating up on Rowan. And then, you know, as Rowan's trying to find him off, Harper comes in again, hits the discus clothesline from hell, and then JJ Security hit a double dropkick to Rowan, and them and Luke Harper just standing in the ring, and Luke Harper's like with his scary looking eyes, you know. More. I guess Eric Rowan is gonna get the Cesaro treatment now. I don't know. But anyway, then we see another clip showing of John Cena being the first draft pick doing the Raw draft. Remember the draft? The brand split? I'm talking about you, Mr. Thrash Maniac. I'm just kidding. You know. I don't mean to keep saying brand split to Levi, Thrash Maniac 99, but it's just funny. So we see that from with when Cena came out on the highlight reel with Jericho in 2006. So, I guess it's fine. Alright, then we see a video showing the Usos winning the tag titles, it's going to be last week from The Miz and Sandow. We found out that it's going to be a 6-person mixed tag of the Usos on Naomi taking on The Miz, Sandow, and Alicia Fox. So this leads to a segment from earlier in the day with Naomi doing her hair. Look at me. I'm Jimmy Uso's wife. So Alicia Fox comes in and says, even though they're on different sides, you know, you're still my sister. You know what I mean? And then Alicia turns heel, and as usual, hates that she's not, she doesn't. She says she hates that Naomi's not on Total Divas, and Naomi's like, well, I need to focus on my career, you know, my twerking stuff, you know, all that shit. So Alicia then goes berserk, and she goes berserk and beats the crap out of Naomi, throwing her into the. I thought she threw her into the mirror almost. I thought it was gonna break, but it did not, sadly. And then she throws powder on her, and then the other divas come in and is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Yeah, powder. I don't know. They were fighting.
With powder?
Bitches
I'm
fighting.
gonna throw baking soda at you.
Baking soda. I'm in love with
baking soda.
Yeah. So. You know, the other divas come in, that's the end of the segment. And as we always say, bitches be on their period. So, I guess Alicia Fox was on her period, I don't know. So I give it 2 out of 5 stars. Afterwards we see a hype video for the Bray Wyatt Dean Ambrose feud. And we get... Will you stop that? So we get to the much anticipated ambulance match, match number 6. This match was freaking brutal. I mean, not Togi Makabe, Ishii, brutal from Wrestle Kingdom 9. That match was great. Holy crap. And I will be doing my Wrestle Kingdom 9 review tomorrow. I still have a couple of matches to watch. I watched the whole thing. I'm rewatching it again. You know, just for more insight and stuff like that. But anyway, back to the ambulance match. Like I said, this match was freaking unbelievable good. You know, good way to end the feud finally. You know, it went all over the place into the crowd. You know, both men were, you know, beating the crap out of each other. You know, Dean hit a neck break on the floor. He pulls out some tables which had the Red Cross symbol on it. Okay. Maybe it was a Swiss ambulance. I don't know. So, you know, he pulled out a stretcher. Well, the stretcher was already out. Then Bray slams the door on Dean Ambrose's knee. Ow! And Dean Ambrose was not the same, even, you know, working on one knee, but he still freaking beat the crap out of Bray Wyatt. And Bray was bleeding a little bit from his eyebrow. Ooh, that's not PG. You know, Dean hits a diamond cutter on the ropes. Bray comes back by sending Dean knee first into the ring post. And he was in control for most of the rest of the match. But Dean comes back, nails him with a stiff right hand. They start fighting on the outside. Bray slams Dean on the steel ramp and then on the stage. And Dean comes back. Well, I lost my place. And then Bray grabs one of the tables and sets it up near the stage. Dean fights back and dives onto Bray, even though with one knee. You know, that's not good. So Bray then sends Dean into the ambulance, but Dean, you know, fights back and hits Bray with some chairs. I don't know how chairs got into an ambulance. Got me. Okay, and then he dives onto him again. But Bray comes back. Bray gets sent into the ambulance, and Dean slams one side shut. But Bray jumps out, uses the ambulance as a weapon. But Dean comes back, uses the stretcher now to beat Bray up. Then he puts Bray on the table that was already set up. And then he has this crazy idea to go to the top of the ambulance and do his best Mick Foley impersonation by diving off the top of the ambulance through Bray Wyatt and the table. That was a great spot. I marked out for that. But Bray comes back, hits Sister Abigail out of nowhere, right on the back of the ambulance. Ow! Oh, that was cringe. Huh? Cringe-worthy. Whew. And then Bray puts Dean into the ambulance, but Dean still has some fight left in him. So Bray hits Sister Abigail, this time on the floor. Ouch. And then Bray puts Dean into the ambulance, shuts both doors. Match is over. Dean gets sent to somewhere we don't know. So, match was great. Great way to end this feud. I hope this is the end of the feud. But, you know, a lot of people on Facebook are, like, kind of pissed off that Dean never even got a win during this whole series. You know, because Bray Wyatt is being made strong to fight The Undertaker at WrestleMania 31. You mad, bro? I mean, come on. I think they have something up their sleeves for Dean Ambrose coming up later on this year. Probably another feud with Seth over the title, or maybe they'll turn him heel. I don't know. We'll see. So I give the match 4 out of 5 stars. It was that brutal, and it was good. All right, then we get another look back at how the Cena versus Brock match was made into a 3-way. We don't have to, you know, too much. All right, match number 70. Usos and Naomi taking on The Miz, Damien Mizdow, and Alicia Fox. This match wasn't that great. You know, the Uso was in control. The Miz comes back, hits the Miz of Oz on Jey Uso, and then he teases for Sandor to come in. The fans are going nuts, and I'm thinking, yeah, we've seen this before. Miz is not going to tag in. He's probably going to tag in Alicia Fox, but this time he actually tags in Mizdow, but he's about to do some moves, and then Miz tags back in. Damn. So he throws Jey into the steps hard on the outside. And then they both hit a clothesline. They both go down. And then Jimmy gets the hot tag. He almost hits his wife, who was on the apron. Oops. So Miz wins after a distraction with a roll-up and a handful of tights. Cheap win, but I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Was what it was. Alright. Match number 8. It was supposed to be Seth Rollins taking on Ryback, but Kane somehow got into the match, making it a 2-on-1. And it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that great either, but basically Seth Rollins and Kane beating up on Ryback. Ryback got his offense in, you know, beating up Kane, beating up Ryback. But here's a spine buster on Kane. He looks for the meat hook clothesline, but J&J Security, as always, causes a distraction. But it didn't matter to Ryback as he hits the meat hook clothesline on Seth Rollins. Then he looks for shell shock on Seth Rollins. Kane stops it, but Kane, for his troubles, gets shell shocked. And but Seth was the legal man, and he hits a curb stomp, not once, but boo. How many times did he hit it?
6.
No.
4.
No.
9.
No. Twice. Yeah. What was after 1? 3. So him and Seth Rollins get the win. I mean, Seth Rollins and Kane get the win. Match itself was okay. I give it 3.25 out of 5 stars. It was always nice to see Ryback lose. Feed me more. Alright, sorry. Alright, match number 9. Another filler match. Another go take a shit match. Big E Langston taking on the newly healed Adam Rose. Ugh, put me to sleep. You know, Big E was in control. Adam takes over a bit, beats on Big E in the corner. Then he locks in a sleeper hold from 1970. But Big E comes back, you know, runs into Adam Rose, looks for the big splash, but 2 masked men that look like, I think, where's that mask? Oh, here's the mask. Hold on. I think I have the mask. Actually, I can't because it's tied up. Oh well. Never mind. They came out with masks that looked like, you know, blood masks from In This Moment tour.
Just show them the thing.
I can't show. Okay, I'll show. Alright, I'll show.
Still see the mask.
This is kind of like what they look like without the big poster. You know, something like that. And they came out with like black and like silver get-ups with their faces all covered and shit. You know, I thought it was Goldust and Stardust, but they take out Big E with the New Day, the Midnight Rising, whatever that their finish is called. They take off their masks, and guess who it is? The Masters of the Universe. No, not Skeletor and He-Man. Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. So I guess they're gonna have a few now. Okay. Bunch of jobbers finding each other. Oh well. So I give it 2 out of 5 stars. Alright, there we see the Authority in the back talking amongst themselves. So we're gonna have Cena Appreciation Night coming up next. So Stephanie and Triple H come out. Stephanie says that Cena knows what's best for business, and that was bringing the Authority back last week. So they bring out John Cena, Rose's favorite person, right? You suck. No, you suck. Like not Shao Kahn said in Mortal Kombat. So the fans boo him, and then Triple H shows a video from last week when Seth conned him. We saw the same freaking video. You know, how Cena got conned into bringing the Authority back. And then Stephanie says that a hero is someone who can withstand a ton of circumstances. Then she gets up to Cena. I'm like, are you gonna kiss him? Ugh. You know, Hunter's there. That's not good. So Stephanie's like, John Cena, you're my hero. So that was kind of funny. Then Triple H says that they may have had their problems in the past, and most of it's been his fault. Then he mentions when Cena debuted that Triple H went up to HBK and he says, what do you think about this kid? And then HBK says, he sucks! Good old HBK. But Triple H said that Cena changed quickly, and Triple H saw something in him, and he was so hard on him and overbearing on him because he saw Cena's greatness, and he lived up to it and hit the highest of heights. You know, bunch of title reigns, boring us half to death. You know what I mean. Then he says that last week he saw another change, and he said that Cena saw past his hassle, loyalty, respect crap, and saw what's real, which is what's best for business. So Triple H thinks that he sees a brand new John Cena. But if not, I still appreciate you, John. Wow. Then Triple H then brings out the people that appreciate him the most. So he brings out Ryback, Eric Rowan, and Dolph Ziggler. The guys that got destroyed by the Authority in those 3 matches they got put in. So all of them come out, and Triple H welcomes them. They're all standing next to Cena. So he says that they all have great admiration for Cena when they joined his team at the Survivor Series. But Triple H said that there would be consequences, but since Team Cena won at Survivor Series, there were no consequences. So, but now that the Authority's back in power, there's some consequences. So he goes up to Eric Rowan, and he says that he came in at the last minute and joined the match. Then he teases him with suspending him 30 days with no pay. He goes to Ryback. He said that he joined the Authority, then he turned his back and joined Team Cena. Then he teases Ryback with a 60-day suspension. And then he calls up to Dolph and says that he put the final nail in the coffin of the Authority. And then he's like, oh, what should I give you? And Dolph's like, well, let me guess, 90 days? He's like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. So Stephanie and Triple H think, oh, wait a minute, let's think this over. So they go to the corner and they start thinking about it, and then they start moving away, and they go up the ramp. So they get up to the top of the ramp, and they look back, and Stephanie says that, we made our decision. Dolph, Eric Rowan, Ryback, you're fired. Yeah, that's what taking the Authority is all about, bitches. I know it's a storyline. They gotta come back, probably at WrestleMania. Don't care. It's fun. And it's all Cena's fault. So then we hear the Lex Express theme. I guess they were, praising Lex Luger for some odd reason. So confetti and balloons come down. I was thinking, oh no, wait a minute. Because we heard from Challenger Entertainment and it's fake news that Sting might be coming on tonight. Guess what? He wasn't on. And they were supposed to do a big angle leading into WrestleMania. So I guess this is the start of that storyline, with, eventually Sting's going to come in, challenge Triple H, probably after Royal Rumble. And he's probably going to be like, I'm going to fight Triple H, and the winner gets full control of the WWE. Stuff like that. That's what I think's going to happen, but. So it was just funny to see Cena's face. It was like, what the hell's going on? So the segment's great. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was a pretty good Raw, and if you don't believe me, well, fuck you, man! It's my show, my video, my channel. I can do whatever the fuck I want on it. So if you don't like it, fuck you. So I gave it 7.25 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of Raw in a comment down below, video response, whatever you like. If you have any questions about Raw, or even Wrestle Kingdom, send me 3 questions down below for Q&A 14 on DMetalGod669. You have up to Saturday because I'm probably doing the video on Sunday. So ask me some questions down below. You can inbox me on DMetalGod669. Direct message me on Twitter at Gilmore Inc. INC in capital letters. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like this video, dislike this video. Don't give a fuck. Subscribe to this channel, all my other channels down below. Links are in the description box. And that's pretty much it. So, thank you all for watching. I'm tired. Rose, you got anything else to say?
Good night.
Good night? Okay. So, thank you all for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with my Wrestle Kingdom 9 review. Oh, baby. I can't wait. So, thank you all for watching. Peter Gilmore and Rosa saying, peace out, rock on, and guess what? We're in love with the go-go. Peace out, everybody. Peace.